Devaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Saraswati Vyasam
Saraswati Sam
Tato Jayamudirayet
Tatho Jayamudiraye
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Ruttama Sloke
Bhagavate Uttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 14, verse 43. Api svit paryabhunkthastvam
Api Svitparya Bhunktastam
sambodhyan vriddhabalakan
Sambhojan Riddha Balakan
jugupsitham karma kinchit
Jugupsitam Karma
Kinchit
kritavan nayad akshamam.
Kritvanayat
Kritavanayat Akshamam
Api svit paryabhunkthastvam tvam
Api Svitparya Bhunktastam
sambodhyan vriddhabalakan
Sambhodhyan
Balakan
jugupsitham karma kinchit
Jugupsitam Karma Kinchit
Kinchit
kritavan nayadakshamam.
Kritavanayadakshanamam
Api svit parya, sorry. Kritirupini Radhika, please recite.
Api Svitparya Bhunktastam
Api
Api svit paryabhunkthastvam
Sambhojan Riddha Balakan
Sambhodhyan
vriddhabalakan
Jugupsitam Karma Kinchit
jugupsitham karma
Karma
kinchit
Kinchit
Kritavanayad Akshamam.
kritavan nayadakshamam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
Synonym Api Svit, if it were so that.
Api Svit, if it were so that.
If you are so that
Parya, by leaving aside.
Parya by
Leaving aside.
Bhunkta, have dined.
Bhukta, have dined.
Tvam, yourself.
Tvam, yourself.
Sambhodhyan, deserving to dine together.
Sambhojan, deserving to dine together.
Vriddha, the old men.
Vritha, the old men.
Balakan, boys.
Balakan, boys.
Why?
Jugupsitham, abominable.
Jugupsitam, abominable.
Karma, action.
Karma, action.
Kinchit, something.
Kinchit, something.
something.
Kritavan, you must have done.
Kritavan, you must have done.
Have done.
No, not.
No, not.
Not.
Yet, that which.
Yet
Yeah.
that which.
That way.
Akshamam, unpardonable.
Akshamam, unpardonable.
Unpardonable.
Translation, please repeat after me. Have you not taken care of old men and boys who deserve to dine with you?
Have you not
Have
taken
you
care of
not
old men and boys who deserve to dine with you?
who deserve to dine with you?
Have you left them and taken your meals alone?
Have you left them and taken your meals alone?
Have you committed some unpardonable mistake which is considered to be abominable?
Have you committed some unpardonable mistake which is considered to be abominable?
Abominable.
Purport.
Purport. It is the duty of a householder to feed first of all the children, the old members of the family, the brahmanas and the invalids. Besides that, an ideal householder is required to call for any unknown hungry man to come and dine before he himself goes to take his meals. He is required to call for such a hungry man thrice on the road. The neglect of this prescribed duty of a householder, especially in the matter of the old men and children, is unpardonable.
Hari Om Tatsadoma Jnanatamirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangunlangai Tegirim Yat Kripa Tamaham Mande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pathak Swamin Iti Namine Namacharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradayine Gaurakatha Damadhaya Nagaragramatharine Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadhe Vasatya Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hare Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudana. So, very beautifully in Purport, Srila Prabhupada has told that how serious is neglecting the prescribed duty, especially for a householder, and especially in the matter of old men, children, and women. This is very, very important part of every family member. As I already told, in this Kali Yuga, our lifespan has reduced to less than 100 or minimum 100 or maximum 100. It is because only neglecting the care, responsibility of protecting old men, women, and children in the society. This is intolerable, negligent. Every grasta has responsibility to take care of old men, women, and children. And that is neglected in this Kali Yuga. The proof is that nobody lives for more than 100 years. 1000 years, the same people were living. But only because of this discrepancy, everybody lost their lifespan. So Maharaja Yudhishthira, he was already in anxiety by looking at so many bad omen. And when Arjuna has arrived, it actually increased the anxiety of Yudhishthira, because by looking at Arjuna's, depressed face, so the facial expression was not enthusiastic. However, Yudhishthira started asking him questions. A lot of questions Yudhishthira Maharaj has asked, started from, whether our friends and relatives are passing their days in happiness. And he was asking if the grandfather Surasena is happy, maternal uncle Vasudeva and younger brother all doing well. He also asked all the 7 wives headed by Devaki of Vasudeva, because they're all sisters. So what about their sons, daughters-in-law? All of them are happy. He also asked about the Ugrasena and his younger brother is still living or not. He was asking about Akrura, Jayanta, Ghada, Sharna, so many, Satrujit, are they okay? What about Balram, the personality of Godhead, because he is the protector of all the devotees? What about Pradyumna? He is the Vrishni family, is the great general. What about Aniruddha? He is the expansion of personality of Godhead. They're all sons of Krishna. And other chieftains, he was asking about Sushena, Charu, Deshna, Shamba, and so on and so forth. He was also asking about Uddhava, Srutadeva, Nanda, Sunanda, and others. So many questions has been posed, because Yudhishthira Maharaj was very disturbed in his mind, and he was suspecting that Krishna must have wound up his pastime. So he was also asking about Satyabhama and all the other queens of Dwaraka. How are they doing? And then finally he came to ask about the welfare of Arjuna. And when he was asking the welfare of Arjuna, he was telling, why are you so morose? What is the reason? Did someone threaten you with unfriendly words? Or did you not give the charity upon asking? Or did you break your promise that you had given to someone? So like that. And is it that you didn't give proper protection to Brahmanas, children and women? Did you miss in that duty of yours? He was very serious about those particular deity. And he also asked, maybe have you contacted uncontactable women in impeachable character, or were you treated ill by women, or did you lost your war? I mean, did you get defeated by somebody inferior or equal to you? So many such questions, And then now he is asking, why you have become so much morose? Is it that you didn't take care of old men, boys, and women? So these are all important responsibility of the householder, and especially when they are in the Kshatriya Dharma. And he will also be asking more question. Ultimately, then what could all possible reason Yudhishthira Maharaj has posed in front of Arjuna? And how serious it is to take care of this old man. That is why Yudhishthira, as soon as in the early morning he got up, he immediately went to see Dhritarashtra and Gandhari, and upon not seeing them, he became very perturbed, very disturbed, because he took it very seriously, the caring for the old men and children and women. This is very, very important, their family member. And when Dhritarashtra left home after being abused by his younger brother, Vidura, he was telling, you are my dear brother. You are still attached to my family life. You have no shame. Are you are taking food from whom you considered your enemies? You wanted to kill them. From very beginning, you set fire to their home, you banished them in the forest, you intrigued against their life, and now everything is finished. All your sons are dead, your grandsons are dead, your son-in-laws are dead, your brothers are dead, your father's uncle are dead. Uncle in the sense Bhishma. Bhishma was Dhritarashtra's uncle. He was dead. The whole family is finished in the battle of Kurukshetra. Except these 5 brothers, this Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadeva, all male members were killed. So only the remaining descendant was Maharaja Parikshit, actually, and nobody else. He was within the womb of his mother, Uttara. He is the son of Abhimanyu. And this Abhimanyu's father, he also died. And Abhimanyu died when he was 16 years old. So somehow, fortunately, his wife Uttara was pregnant. Otherwise, the Kuru dynasty was finished, So still, after completing all these things, Vidura was asking Dhritarashtra, still you are sitting here just for a morsel of food like a dog? You have no shame, my dear brother? So Dhritarashtra really took it seriously this time. Yes, my dear brother. You are saying right. What do you want me to do? Tell me. Let me do immediately. So immediately he said, you should immediately leave this place unnoticed by anybody. And he did so. He has agreed. He went. So, and Maharaja Yudhishthira, as he's asking Arjuna that, did you forget to protect your care for the elders and women? So, Maharaja Yudhishthira is very serious as a Grihastha and as well as the king. He used to come first of all in the early morning after taking bath, after worshipping, because first duty was to go and see the old man. My dear uncle, all you are comfortable, everything is all right, and talk for some time just to please him. This is the nature of Yudhishthira Maharaj. And this should be the duty of every family member. Take care of the children, take care of old men, take care of even a lizard in the house, what to speak of, even serpentine in the house. This is the injunction in Srimad Bhagavatam. Grihastha means how much responsible he should be. So, Yudhishthira was so responsible, even if it's a serpent. Nobody wants to take care of a serpent. Everyone wants to kill. And nobody is sorry to kill a serpent also. Prahlad Maharaja said, Modheta sadhur api vrishchika sarpahatya. He said that my father was just like a serpent, a vrikshita, scorpion. So killing of a serpent or scorpion, nobody is unhappy. So my lord, you don't be angry. Now everything is finished. My father is finished. But still in the Shastra says that even in your house there is a serpent. See that he is not fasting without food. Now, this is the injunction of Vedic injunction, And Yudhishthira Maharaj was he's a Dharmaraj. So he was following it very nicely. And in such situation, now he is asking that why, Arjuna, you look so depressed? Actually, who is protecting whom? Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam ekhayo bahunam vidadati kaman. In Kathopanishad, it is spelling. It is very clearly spelled the difference between God and ourselves. We are also person, God is also person. Nityo nityanam, chetanas chetananam. He is also living entity, we are also living entity. So what's the difference between God and ourselves? That ekho bahunam. That one living entity, nitya, singular number. So bahunam vidadati kaman. He supplies the necessities of life to all, unlimited plural number bahunam. Nityo nityanam, chetanas chetananam. Eko bahunam. So vidadati kaman is one supplier to unlimited living entity, singular number person, and the nityanam. Nitya means singular, nityanam means plural number. So both of them are persons only, both of them are living entities only. But why the singular number is considered to be supreme because he supplies foodstuff to all the plural number. So actually Krishna has everything ready for supplying to all the living entities. Nobody is meant for starving. So just like in the prison house, although the prisoners, they are condemned, still government takes care of their food, their hospitalization, not that they should starve. Similarly, although in this material world, we are all condemned personalities, we are spiritual criminals, we rebelled against our beloved Krishna, we are prisoners, we cannot move, we cannot go from one planet to another. They are trying so much, now they have failed also. So it's not possible because we are prisoners, we are conditioned. You will have to remain in this planet only. One has to remain in that planet or wherever he has been put. But Narad Muni, see, he has freedom. Narad Muni is not a criminal. He has not rebelled against Krishna. He always glorifies Krishna. He always sings with the veena, the musical instrument, singing Krishna's name. So Narad Muni has the freedom. He can go from one planet to another. He is coming from the spiritual sky through the material sky because he is perfect bhakta. So that is the ideal living entity. Krishna has got full freedom. Similarly, when we become perfect, means when we become Krishna conscious, we also become free. This is our position, but not in a conditioned state. We cannot move. We cannot. We are Baddha Jiva, Brahmananda, Brahmanda, Brahmite, Khona, Bhagyavan, Jeev, Guru Krishna Kripa Paye, Bhakti Lata Beej. Now we are conditioned, but in the conditioned state also, if you try to follow the Yuga Dharma, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Vedic principle, you still can be happy. Because in human form of life, especially, it's meant for that purpose. And you must save time for developing Krishna consciousness in everyday life, so that at least next life, you are no more taking birth in a lower species of life. But these rascals, they cannot understand. What can be done? They're thinking they're advancing civilization because the cats and dogs, they are lying on the floor and sleep. We have got some multi-story buildings, skyscrapers. We lie down there. This is their advancement, but they don't understand that the sleeping, the enjoyment by sleeping, it is the same to the dog, to a rat, to the man who is lying in 104th planet story also. Similarly, sex life to the dog and to the man or to the demigod, the pleasure is same only. Alpamedasha. So there is no difference. If you drink milk on a golden pot or an iron pot, the taste going to be the same. You cannot change the taste of the milk or anything for that reason putting into golden pot. But those foolish person, they are thinking that our material pleasures will be very much enjoyable when it is put into the golden pot instead of iron pot. Muda, they are called Muda, means foolish. Foolish, rascals means foolish. So our real business is how to get out of this prison. The prison is this material body. How to get out of this prison material body? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, Dukkha, Doshanu, Darshanam. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita 13 chapter verse 9, Krishna is telling this is real knowledge. One should keep in his thought that my real distress of life are these four things. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. To take birth, to die, to become old, and to become deceased. These are my problems. But they don't know this. They are now busy with the petroleum problem, nuclear problem, so many other so-called problems. They have created these problems. And now I got this, now I got that, you see. So in Bhagavad Gita, it is stated these rascals or demons, they have created Ugra Karma, simply for troubling to the whole people. That's all. What can be done? So the purpose of human life is to know the self and Krishna. Know the self through Krishna. First, you should know what is Krishna. Who is Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead? Chetanas Chetananam Eko Badahunam Yo Vidadati Kaman. Srimad Bhagavatam is giving the whole world real life. Real life. Real life means to take care, especially of Brahmana, old men, children, women, and cows. This is civilization. That is advanced civilization. Then the lifespan will increase automatically. The living entities should be taken care of. But these rascals, they are killing cows. They are making women prostitute. They're killing the children even in the womb. There is no question of Brahmana at all. Neither there is Brahmana culture is existing. How you can be happy? There is no Brahmanical culture in the society. So, any society that has no Brahmanas is less than animal society. For animal, there is no society. So, therefore, we say, Namo Brahmanya Devaya, Go Brahmanya Hitaya, Cha Jagat Dithaya, Krishnaya, Govindaya Namo Namah. First difference is given. Go Brahmanya Hitaya, Cha Jagat Diyadaya. So, if you actually want to do some welfare activity for the benefit of the whole world, then these two things must be taken care of. First of all, Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. Cows and Brahmanas, they should be given first to protection. And then Jagat Hitaya. So first is Brahmana and cow, and then Jagat Hidaya. Then there will be actual welfare of the whole world. That they don't know. Krishigo Raksha Vijnatam. This is the duty of the mercantile class of men. That is your business class. The Vaishyas, to improve agriculture, to give protection to the cows. So that is given in Bhagavad Gita. Whose duty is who? What they should do. So here, that duty, how serious is Yudhishthira Maharaj, despite Dhritarashtra has treated them throughout their life enemy, because they are old in the house, and first job after worshipping, getting up, bathing and worshipping, he first went to see Dhritarashtra and Gandhari, speak to them for some time, please them, see to that they are comfortable, and then he goes for the next job. This much seriously has taken. So now seeing Arjuna's face so depressed, he's asking, did you miss your prescribed responsibility? Have you fallen down from your status as a grihastha? So this was the question. So let's see in the last verse of this chapter, what is the question Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking? Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 14, verse 44. Kachit prestatha menatha
Kachit Presthatamenatha
Hridayenatma bandhuna
Hridaye Atma Bandhuna
Sunyosmi rahito nityam
Sunyosmi Rahito Nityam
Manyase te anyatha naruk.
Manyase te anyatha naruk.
Kachit preshtata menatha
Kachit Presthatamenatha
Hridayenatma bandhuna
Hridayenatma bandhuna
Sunyosmi rahito nityam
Sunyosmi rahito nityam
Manyase te anyatha naruk.
Manyate Anyata
Narotam.
Kachit Prasedat Mainata
Presthatamenatha
Hridayet Ma Bandhuna Hridayena Atma Bandhuna
Hridayena atma bandhuna
bandhuna
Sunyosmi Rahito Nityam
Sunyosmi rahito nityam
Manyase Tenyatana Ruk
Priti Rupini Radhika.
Kachit Presthatmanetha
Kanchit
Nata
हृदयेनात्मा बन्धुना
Bandhuna
शून्योऽस्मि रहितो नित्यम्
Rahito Nityam
मन्यसे ते अन्यथा नरो
Krishna Chandra Nanda Kumar.
Kachit Preshthat Menatha Hridaye Natma Bandhuna Sunyo Ashmi Rahito Nityam Manyase Te Anyatha Naruk
Divya Rupa Revati.
कच्चित् प्रेष्ठातात्मेनाथा
Kachit Preshthat Menatha
हृदयन्त आत्मबन्धुना
Bandhuna
शून्यो अस्मि रहितो नित्यम्
Sunyosmi Rahito Nityam
मन्यसे ते अन्यथा नरो
Friends, okay. Synonyms: Kachit, whether.
Kachit
कच्चित्
Vedar
वेदर
Preshtha, Tamena, unto the most dear one.
Preshtha Tamena unto the most dear one.
Atha, my dear Arjuna, my brother Arjuna.
Atha, my dear Arjuna, my brother Arjuna.
Hridayena, most intimate.
Hridayena, most intimate.
Atma Bandhuna, own friend Lord Krishna.
Atma Bandhuna, own friend Lord Krishna.
Punya, void.
Shunya, void.
Asmi, I am.
Asmi, I am.
Rahita, having lost.
Rahita, having lost.
Nityam, for all time.
Nityam, for all time.
Manyase, you think.
Manyase, you think.
Hey, you were.
Say your.
Anyatha, otherwise.
Otherwise.
No, never.
Never.
Rook, mental distress.
Mental distress.
Translation, please repeat after me. Or is it that you are feeling empty for all time because you might have lost your most intimate friend, Lord Krishna?
Or is it that you are feeling empty for all time because you might have lost your most intimate friend, Lord Krishna?
Intimate friend, Lord Krishna.
Oh, my brother Arjuna, I can think of no other reason for you are becoming so dejected.
Oh my
brother Arjuna,
I can think of no other reason
for your becoming so dejected. Purport. All the inquisitiveness of Maharaja Yudhishthira about the world situation was already conjectured by Maharaja Yudhishthira on the basis of Lord Krishna's disappearance from the vision of the world. And this was now disclosed by him because of the acute dejection of Arjuna, which could not have been possible otherwise. So even though he was doubtful about it, he was obliged to inquire frankly from Arjuna on the basis of Sri Narada's indication. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purpose of the first canto, 14th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Disappearance of Lord Krishna.
So beautiful purport by His Divine Grace Savai Charana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
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 So finally, Yudhishthira Maharaj has asked his doubt that because Arjuna can never be found dejected for any reason and he doesn't commit any mistakes either. And this dejection is clear indication of Narad Muni's indirect information about disappearance of the pastimes of Krishna. So Krishna was the intimate friend of Arjuna, not only to Arjuna, all the Pandavas. So they cannot tolerate separation from Krishna. Actually, this is a sign of Krishna consciousness. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he told that I have no love for Krishna. He was talking to Ramanandaraya and Swarup Damodar Goswami. So he was addressing the devotees and he was telling while speaking very beautiful words, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, you will find in second chapter somewhere. So he was telling, my dear friends, I have not the slightest tinge of love of God within my heart. When you see me crying in separation, I'm just falsely exhibiting a demonstration of my great fortune. Indeed, not seeing the beautiful face of Krishna playing his flute, I continue to live my life like an insect without purpose. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so serious. How it is possible to live if I really love Krishna? Just a single question Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking. I am living without seeing Krishna. If I ever have love for him, how it is possible? I can never live without him. This is the argument. Yeah, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu put forth. So this is the extreme of separation in love. Vipra Lamba Seva. So this is very beautiful words actually. You have no love for Krishna. He said, you are always crying for Krishna and still you say that you have no love for Krishna. No, I am crying just to make a show only. Actually, I am not devotee of Krishna. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why that? Because if I could have been a devotee of Krishna, how could I live without him? I have not died still. That means I have no love for Krishna. This is the sign of love. That lover cannot live for a moment without being associated with the beloved. This is called a sign of true love. So this love, it can be appreciated only between Radha and Krishna or between gopis and Krishna, not otherwise. Actually, we don't know what is the meaning of love. So that is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, no, Aslisyava padaratam pinastuma marma hatam kharotu adarshana yatha tathava vidadatulam patho mat prananatastu sayeva napara yugayitam nimishena chakshusha pravrushayitam sunyayitam jagat sarvam govinda virahene. Sikshashtagam, 7 and 8, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Govinda virahenam. Vira means separation. Radharani, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was playing the part of Srimati Radharani. Krishna, when he could not understand himself, Krishna is unlimited. He is so unlimited that Krishna himself cannot understand himself. That is unlimited. Unlimited cannot understand about his own unlimitedness. Therefore, Krishna took the ecstasy of Srimati Radharani to understand his unlimitedness. That is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, nahi anya. By worshipping Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you simultaneously worship Radha and Krishna. Otherwise, in this Kali Yuga, nobody is qualified to even speak the name of Radharani. What to speak of worshipping Radha and Krishna? Very difficult to worship Radha and Krishna, But whatever worshipping Radha and Krishna we are doing, that is Radha Krishna in his Narayana form of like Lakshmi Narayana. In the beginning, we should worship Radha Krishna in the level of Lakshmi Narayana with awe and veneration, very strictly following the rules and regulations. Otherwise, Radha Krishna and Vrindavana, no. We don't worship Krishna because he is God. But worship Krishna, not worship. It is above worship. It is pure love. It is simply of just like loving the lover. It doesn't need worship. It is spontaneous, heart's business, So that's the Vrindavan position. So even though we are not on the highest standard of the Vrindavan level, still, if we don't feel separation of Krishna, then we must know that we are not still perfect devotee of Krishna. It is very important. Feeling of separation. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us in Krishna consciousness. Chanting Hare Krishna like a child's cry for the mother. The chanting of Hare Krishna should be. So we must know that we are not still perfect devotee. Krishna is no longer on this planet as soon as it is understood by Yudhishthira Maharaja. There are so many inauspicious symptoms immediately, you see. Now when Arjuna came back, he was asked, why you are so morose, Arjuna? Have you done this? Have you done that? Have you done that? Everything. Now he is concluding. I think your so great moroseness is due to separation from Krishna. As I was feeling, Kachit Preshtatma, Preshtatma. This is superlative. As in the English language we say, positive, comparative, and superlative. Similarly in Sanskrit, Preshta is positive, Preshtapara is comparative, and Preshtatma is superlative. So here, superlative degree, Yudhishthira Maharaj is telling. Krishna is the Preshtatma, beloved. That is in the superlative degree. Kachis Prethatmena Atha. You can see in the very first line. Kachit Preshtatmena Atha. So, Preshtatmena Atha. Hridayen Atma Bandhuna, Hridayet Atma Bandhuna, Atma Bandhu, Sukrut. In Sanskrit, there are so many terms like that. It's not ordinary friend. Mitra means ordinary friend, but Sukrut. Atma Bandhu, Sukrut. Not just ordinary friend. So, Hridayena Atma Bandhuna. Krishna was always thinking of Arjuna, and that is a relationship. Krishna says, Sadhavo Hridayam Mahyam. As the devotee always think of Krishna, similarly, Krishna also thinking of his devotee. He thinks actually more than how much devotee thinks about Krishna. That is called reciprocation. He says in Bhagavad Gita, Yayat Atmam Prapatyante, Tam Tathaiva Bhajamyaham. If you think of Krishna 24 hours, Krishna will think of you 26 hours in a day. He can do that. He can do that. He is the controller of time. Krishna is so kind. If you do some service for Krishna, Krishna will reward you 100 times. They don't want these people. They think, what we shall benefit by serving Krishna? Let us serve my dog. You see, this is the misunderstanding. And our attempt is to awaken the dormant love of Krishna. Everyone has got love in the heart. The stock of love is there abundantly in the heart of every living entity, but it is being misused. They don't know where to place that love. And because they don't know, they are frustrated. They are frustrated because wherever they keep their love, it is not yielding them the proper reciprocation as Krishna gives reciprocation. So they get frustrated. Lover and lover, frustrated. Husband, wife, frustrated. Father and son, daughter and son, daughter and parents, frustrated. Because the love is misplaced. And that love is not giving the reciprocation that what Krishna actually gives. Only Krishna can reciprocate to love. Nobody else can. Only Krishna, because he is the rightful authority to consume the love to the full extent. The more he consumes our love, the more reciprocative blissfulness we get. This is not between one living entity and another living entity. It doesn't happen. You may establish any so-called material relationship. Father, mother, husband, wife, son, daughter, daughter-in-law, brother-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law, son-in-law, any amount of, or all relationship you may have also. Every relationship you may have, still you will be frustrated. That's guaranteed. That's a proof we have. We have undergone this experience because the entity does not know how to reciprocate to love. Living entity has so many relations, but Krishna offers only 5 relations. In that, you can take only one of the 5, not even all the 5. And in one relationship with Krishna, you get so much satisfaction, so much blissfulness by dint of this reciprocative love. That is Krishna. So our Krishna consciousness movement is simply to educate people that you are loving, you are mad after appropriate lover who can love you also, but that you cannot find out within this material world. That you will find out when you love Krishna. Only when you love Krishna will you be able to understand the love and get the full reciprocative. That is our Krishna consciousness movement. It's nothing superfluous or concocted. Everyone can understand. I want to love somebody, hankering, but he is fighting frustration because he does not love Krishna. That's only problem. You should love Krishna. Then there is no frustration at all. Because Krishna is only know how to reciprocate your love in such a way that you will remain in blissful ocean, drowned ever increasingly without any interruption or stoppage, uninterrupted pleasure. Only if you turn your loving spirit to Krishna, then you will be fully satisfied. Yayatma suprasidati. That is important. Full satisfaction. It can only be achieved when you learn how to love Krishna. This is secret. This is because you want to love and get satisfaction. That is completed when you come to the platform of devotional service, loving Krishna. So these Pandavas, they're already on that particular level of loving Krishna. Everyone is on the platform, but it is a difference of degrees. The same love, somebody is loving his family, somebody is loving his wife, somebody is loving his society or friendship, and they say divine, but the ultimate point of love is when you come to Krishna. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yatho bhaktir adokshache. Dharma means duty or the characteristics. Dharma does not mean religious fanaticism. No. That is not the Sanskrit meaning. Dharma means the real characteristic. When water becomes hard, that is not eternal characteristic of water. Water is by nature liquid. Even when the water becomes hard, just like ice, the tendency is to become liquid again and again liquid. That is a tendency. So in the similar way, that is dharma of water. So our real position, original position, constitutional position is to love Krishna. Now we have become hard-hearted not to love Krishna, just like water become hard like ice. On account of some circumstantial position, when the temperature is very low, the water becomes hard. Similarly, if we don't love Krishna, then our hearts will become harder and harder and harder. Heart is there for love, but why you are so hard-hearted? Why you are so much hard-hearted that we kill another fellow being or another animal running slaughterhouses? We don't care for it, for my satisfaction of the tongue. Because we have become hard-hearted on account of not being a lover of Krishna. We are all hard-hearted. That is our problem. Therefore, the whole world is unhappy today. So, Preshtatamenatha, Hridayenatma Bandhuna. If you love Krishna, who is our real friend? Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, Sukhrudam Sarva Bhutana. So when you actually become a devotee of Krishna, because Krishna's qualities are there within you, although in small quantity, so you also become Sukhrudam Sarva Bhutana. Naturally, you will also be friendly. Then where is enmity? Where is running slaughterhouses? Where is killing animals or another human being? Sukhrudam Sarva Bhutana means friend of all living entities. Sukhrudam. What is the business of a Vaishnava? A Vaishnava is para dukha dukhi. His business is to become compassionate with the persons who are suffering materially. This is Vaishnavism. Pancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namo. This is Vaishnava. Patitanam pavanebhyo. Patita means fallen. So all living entities being fallen in this particular material world, material condition. They're all conditioned soul. If actually there is any sympathizer for the fallen conditioned soul, he is a Vaishnava. He knows how one is suffering. Therefore, he wants to give him the information that, my dear friend, you are suffering simply because you forgot your real lover, Krishna. Therefore, you are suffering. This is the message, Vaishnava's message. For this message, Krishna comes himself as the Supreme Lord. He says, Sarva Dharman Parityacha Mamekam Sharanam Pracha. The real Dharma you forgot and you are trying to become hard. Don't do that. Just surrender unto Krishna. Your loving propensity has been disturbed in so many things, but you are not happy because if you don't love Krishna, whatever you do in the name of so-called love, you will commit sinful life. Disobedience. If you are disobedient to the state law, what happens? Your all activities are sinful. You may color it, you may decorate it. Oh, this is very nice, but that will not be nice. Because you are servant of Krishna, Divya Swarupaya Nitya Krishna Dasa, your eternal position is to actually love Krishna and serve him out of love. And without this knowledge, whatever service you are doing, you will render to somebody else, somebody, not someone. And that is sinful. Without this knowledge, if you are rendering service to somebody, that is sinful. You should know that you are eternal servant of Krishna. That is way, you obey the state law and you become a philanthropist. And if you disobey, you become a prisoner. So we disobeyed Krishna. So Krishna said, Sarva Dharman Patyacha Mamekam Sharanam. The real religion is to surrender to Krishna. That is real religion. Without that point, all religions, they are cheating. Dharma projita kaitavotra paramo. Srimad Bhagavatam begins. Bhagavad Gita ends, Sarva Dharman Parityacha. Srimad Bhagavatam begins. Dharma projita kaitavotra. Kaitava dharma should be given up. Cheating religion should be given up. There is no love of God. That means whatever dharmic activities you are doing are cheating. You are cheating yourself. Cheating religion. Simply some ritualistic formula you are following. That is not religion. So-called Hindus. So that is not religion. Just a moment. So Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktir Adokshaje. Ado Akshaja. Adokshaja is Krishna. Adokshaja means you cannot catch him through your senses. Now Bhaved Grahyam Indriya. Not through this blunt senses you can perceive Krishna. He said Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati. So when you do Ado Yato Bhaktir Adokshaja, through that bhakti, Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati, then you will know Krishna. You know. If you know how to love Adokshaja, that when there is question of love, then the next question will be, whom shall I love? Therefore, Krishna's another name is Adokshaja. Adokshaja means beyond your sense perception. Here we love something which is within the category or within the jurisdiction of my sense perception. I love a girl or boy or, somebody. My country, my society, my dog, everything, but that is within the jurisdiction of your sense perception. But God is beyond your sense perception. But still you have to love, and that is religion. Then you can call it religion. God is beyond sense perception, right? So then, how you will realize God? If He's beyond your sense perception, Sevan Mukehi Jihvadau Swayam Yeva Spuratyada. Very beautifully in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami has told us the secret. Just like we are worshipping Radha Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, those who are not lover of Krishna, they will think that this foolish person, they have brought a doll made of marble and then they are simply wasting their time. You see? Because he has no love. He has no love. That he cannot appreciate this worship of Krishna for want of love. And one who is lover of Krishna, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has demonstrated himself in the mood of Radharani. As soon as he entered the temple of Jagannath, he immediately fainted in ecstasy out of love. Just see, this is love. So what is the difference? The lover of God, he can see everywhere God's presence. He is lover of God. Prabhupada has given us that opportunity, Prema Anjana, how to see God, how to see Krishna. When you go to the temple of Vrindavana, Mayapur, or Puri, how do you see? Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santas Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achinta Gunaswarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. You, if you have actually anointed your eyes with the love, prema anchana churita bhakti vilochana. That love ointment applied eyes, you can see Krishna. Then you will see it is not marble stone or something. Ye pradima nahi, sakshat Brajendra Nandan. You can see face to face Krishna. When you see Krishna with love, he sees you. Then how can there be just idol or something? Huh? So that is the first thing you need to know. At every step you will see God. Every step. Then just like Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj, when he was being attacked by his father, he was looking over the column pillar. And the father thought that his God might be there in the pillar. So he immediately, your God is in this pillar. Yes, my father. Oh, immediately he broke. To keep the words of his devotee, Narasimhadev came. So, the appearance and disappearance of God or Krishna is for the devotee, not for the demons. It is for the devotee. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadushkartam. He came for two purposes. Paritranaya sadhunam, to give protection to the devotee. Vinashaya chadushkartam, to kill the demons. So, for killing the demons. So, does not he require to come for killing demons? He has got immense power. Simply by his indication, any person can be killed. Ya Mare Krishna Rakhe ke. So there is sufficient power. But he comes for his devotee. Because his devotee is very anxious to see. He's always seeking protection of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So because the devotee will be satisfied by seeing Krishna, Krishna will come. That is the reason of Krishna coming. Because his devotees are always feeling separation. Just to give him a relief, incarnation of God comes. Pralaya payodi jhale drishtvan asivedam. So Dasavadara Sostra, you can say different incarnation come just to give relief to the devotee. Otherwise, he has no business here. So, we need to understand so clearly here in this particular chapter how much Yudhishthira Maharaj has very clearly understood the indication by looking at the morose face of Arjuna that definitely we are missing Krishna here. The Supreme Personality, Godhead, has departed, winding up his pastime. So he saw, is it that you are feeling separation? Because Yudhishthira Maharaj was also feeling the separation. His Pancha Pandavas are all very dear to Krishna. So he has asked finally the question. So we will see the answer in the next chapter, that is Canto 1, Chapter 15, tomorrow. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments or realization, please do share with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
0.
Thank you very much for the association. Let's rush Srimad Bhagavatam class tomorrow morning at 8. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Till then, Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai. Vaishnav Pranam.
Vancha kalpatarusya Pavanopiya Vaishnavopya
Namo Namaha.
Guru Maharaj ki jai. Premanande.